Hi, this is Niko, Chief Chairper of Tech Open Air Berlin Festival, and you're watching the hashtag Hero TV.
Hey guys, it's Super Ivy, the hashtag hero, and I'm live right now in Berlin, Germany with the founder of Tech Open Air, Niko Woischnik. Hi Niko, it's so great to have you with us today. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks so much for coming by, and well done on pronouncing my last name.
Not a problem. So Niko is the amazing creator of Tech Open Air, which is today's Europe's leading technology festival. And it's only been around for just a few years, and we're really excited to find out all the secret hero powers that it has and how it's been able to make such a big splash in the world in such a little bit amount of time. What would you say is the superpower of Tech Open Air?
Wow, good question. I would say two things. For one, that it's interdisciplinary. So most technology festivals or conferences, they focus, entirely on technology or startup activity, entrepreneurship, etc. But we are trying to build this platform that is interdisciplinary, so connecting with music, art, science, etc. And then secondly, and that is probably the true superpower, is that it's open, so that anybody can integrate and participate. So we have this concept of satellite events that are taking place, where we are really just a platform and others build upon that platform. So anybody can have an active part and role in the festival.
So you have a lot of superheroes that come out to your festival and become a part of it, like you have TechCrunch, Zalando, SoundCloud, all of these really big names in the world. In the beginning, was it hard to get other people on board?
Yeah, so it was definitely harder. One of the things I think that helped us a lot was that we crowdfunded the festival. So initially we were the first crowdfunded festival in the world, and that basically allowed us to get the buy-in of the community at a very early stage. So we would go around and ask potential satellite event organizers and potential speakers, would you support something like this? Can you take part in our crowdfunding festival video? And that was just a very nice way, I think, of promoting the event even before it actually took place, even before we even knew if we would do it, because we said only if we reach the desired amount of crowdfunding will we actually have an event.
So essentially it became a crowdsourced idea, and that would explain why it gets the feel of Berlin all-encompassing in all aspects. And I think it's just wonderful you added art, music, technology all together with all of these professionals. From the beginning, how do you feel it's changed since the beginning to today?
So it has grown every year. We've actually, funnily enough, experienced almost the same growth every year. So we're growing, doubling pretty much in size every year. I don't think this will go on for much longer, because then the law of big numbers, it gets really big. But so that is like one very noticeable change, right? There's more people, there's more satellite events, there's more speakers. But apart from that, obviously also like food and catering, like these things become a little bit more professionalized. So in the first year we did everything ourselves. We would go to the supermarket and buy for 600-700 people, which wasn't small actually for a first year, but we didn't have a catering company, so we bought everything, and we were like wondering how much ketchup do we need for 700 people, because we had no idea. And we would just go through Metro and have all the food stuff, and then it was also our team flipping the burgers and stuff. So those are like little details, right, that just change once you grow bigger, that you have more external companies also involved. But in the sense of our mission, it has really stayed the same. So we still want to do the same thing, which is sort of connect, grow, and inspire the human spirit through interdisciplinary knowledge exchange and collaboration. That was well learned, so it just came out like that. But basically, we're still doing the same thing, and I hope that the core and heart and soul of the festival has remained the same. One thing that I do like to see also as we move forward, and that has happened already in the past, is that it becomes more and more interdisciplinary, because most of our team backgrounds traditionally had been in tech and startups. So maybe the first 2-3 editions were quite startup and tech heavy, and now it gets really more and more interdisciplinary.
Who is Tech Open Air really catering to? Are you looking to generate more young people coming to it? Are you looking to make it more of a professional, between startup and VC and startup and big companies? Who do you think stands the most to gain from Tech Open Air, what you're offering?
That's a good question, and it's funny that people perceive that also in different ways, and some people have told me also they've seen this shift that I just talked about, like becoming more interdisciplinary, and they've seen it and they say, well, you're not just a startup conference anymore, and some may have actually been disappointed about that, and we're like, no, we're not. We're a technology festival that is a platform that bridges between these different disciplines, and I think in terms of target group, we have these two parts, right? We have the unconference that goes for 2 days, and then we have the satellite events. And the conference part is sort of, where the professionals meet. So people that work in these different disciplines, either in science, in music, and art, or in entrepreneurship, startup world, venture capital, but also corporates, and that are interested in technology and that want to learn more about technology and how it transforms every angle of our life. And the tickets are, a little bit more expensive. Or let's say the tickets are at a cost because the satellite events you don't actually pay for at all. And the satellite events therefore have a broader target audience, so anybody can go, and we would be super thrilled to see people come that have no affiliation to either of those disciplines, right? I mean, even if, let's say, an old housewife hears it on the radio and wants to come and see what Zalando is like, because she only knows that based on shopping. I'm making tons of cliches now, I'm very sorry, but you get what I mean. It's that is great also, and actually I liked seeing older people also at the conference, and we had a few like above 60, even above 70, and it's nice, I think, to see when older people elderly are interested in technology and want to find out more about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like there was a really mixed bag of people there this year, and I'm showing up there, and as a young person, it's totally up my alley. I feel like if more people knew about it, it would be absolutely insane. They might take over your entire festival because it's so relevant. And in terms of the future, I want to find out what's in your plan. Is Tech Open Air going to be something that's franchised and can be picked up all over the world, or is it Berlin specific?
Oh, very good question indeed also. You're asking pretty much all the questions we ask ourselves. And that is something we're debating right now actually in the team. So we don't know. I would love to bring Tech Open Air into other parts of the world. So my background also is traditionally in publishing and also in developing markets. So I was living in developing markets, and I miss it, and I think it would be great to connect ecosystems, also emerging ecosystems in Africa and Asia and in Latin America with Europe and the US. But whether we're gonna do this with our own events, then it will take obviously longer period of time, or whether we're gonna franchise it and have people just work with us in those markets, I'm not sure. So we are actually in discussions with a few people that have reached out and would love to do this in South Africa or in Brazil or something.
So you've now been immersed with all of this technology and all these professionals and all these different disciplines. I want to know straight from you, where do you think technology is going next?
Well, I think it's going everywhere. It's a bit like water. So it'll pretty much fill every detail of our life, and you can look at it sort of from a vertical industrial perspective. So you have different industry verticals that are being disrupted and transformed by technology. So it started with media, with music was pretty much the first. Napster, file sharing, right, completely transformed the music industry as we know it, and then went to video with YouTube. Now it's affecting education with online courses you can take in all these universities. Health is being affected. Even the finance sector now is being transformed currently. So it's hard to say where next, but some themes that I would say are really interesting is machine learning and sort of artificial intelligence, genetics, robotics. Those are really very future-centric technologies that will transform a lot.
What makes Tech Open Air important, and how are you saving the world?
I think technological development is really important to life and to the world at large, and it's something that bears a lot of opportunity. It also bears some risk. And I think to have dialogue about that and to also collaborate between sort of the young change makers of the technology world and the more settled representative of these various different disciplines and also the established economy is a really important process to make the transition into the true digital age as smooth as possible for all participants of society. And I think, you know, by providing this platform, we're contributing, even though in a very small form, but we hope to at least.
Okay, guys, so we're about to get into a quick Hero Spitfire. Favorite superpower?
Flying.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Cape or no cape?
Cape.
Favorite hashtag?
Tour 15.
Villain?
Any one of James Bond movies. I love James Bond, but probably Goldfinger.
And favorite thing about the hashtag Hero?
It's a great name.
Okay, guys, so if you need more information on Tech Open Air for next year, visit toaberlin.com. Get your tickets there and all of the latest news on TOA. And for now, this has been Super Ivy, the hashtag Hero. Hero out. And remember to like, share, and subscribe.